In today's video, I'm going to take you through some exercise options for your lateral hip pain or greater trochanteric pain. And make sure you keep watching until the very end of the video, as I'll also be giving you some pro tips to try and make sure that that pain gets better a little bit quicker. And we're going to start right now. As the title suggests, in this video we're going to be going through some of the easier, slightly lower level exercises for lateral hip pain. So these are ones that you may want to do if you've only just been diagnosed with the condition, if you haven't tried any exercise before for your symptoms, or if your symptoms are highly irritable. What we'll do is start off with some of the easier ones, and then as we progress through the video, I'll move on to some slightly harder options that you can try. We're going to start off with some nice, easy static holds. So our symptoms are always going to be less irritable if the muscle is not moving through range. So you can do this on the bed or the floor. This is the knee that's going to, that's going to be working. You're going to bend the knee, you're going to push into the wall. So push into the wall, apply some pressure, and you can hold that for anywhere between 5 and 30 seconds, and then relax off. And then you're going to push again, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax off. A similar, slightly harder variation would be doing the same exercise with the straight leg. So straighten the knee this time, and then you're going to push, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, no movement going through the hip, just holding statically for as long as you feel comfortable. The last static exercise we're going to do is in standing. Very similar to last time. You're going to be doing this movement, but against something solid. So I'm going to use the plinth. You could use a wall or dining room table. You're going to just push, hold for any amount of seconds, and then relax off. Push and hold. With all of the static holds, you can progress the exercise with either the amount of pressure that you're pushing with or the length of hold that you're doing. So they were some static holds that you could try if your symptoms are quite irritable, but we really want to, when possible, to try and start doing some exercise through range, just because it's that bit more functional. So with this one, you're going to stand nice and straight, keep your top half very still, and the affected leg, the one that's doing the work, is going to be the right one this time. Hold on to a wall or a table, and you're going to bring the leg out to the side and slowly back in. The key with this exercise is to ensure that your trunk doesn't compensate by going out to the side, and that your toes keep facing forwards. In this exercise, we're going to work on some balance and control. The left one is going to be the one working, and you can hold on to something initially to make yourself feel comfortable. You're going to, with the opposite leg, take a step in front, bending the knee and the affected hip, taking a step out to the side, and then taking a step back. So you're not stepping as such, you're just tapping. Progressions would include doing it without support and going further. So stepping further out in front, further out to the side, and further out behind. This time we're going to do a wall squat, which is a really nice one because there's lots of different things that you can do to make it easier or harder. So back against the wall, feet far enough away that you could slide down without your knees coming over your toes, and then you just go down, hold. If you can get as low as 90 degrees at the knees and the hip, brilliant. But one great thing is about this exercise is you just go down as low as you feel comfortable. As long as you can feel some tension, tightness, achiness, or fatigue in that lateral hip, there will be something happening to the tissue. As you get better, you can work through more range. Again, you can progress with holds or length of holds. The other thing you could also do is add a little bit of weight in front of you as you go up and then slowly back down again. Moving on to a slightly more functional type of squat, we're going to do a sit to stand. So you can have your arms across your chest or out in front of you, and it is what it says on the tin. You're just going to stand up and sit down. If you find this quite easy, then don't sit down in between, just tap and come back up so you're not getting the rest. Or again, you could add a weight in front of you or a rucksack on your back to add a little bit of extra load through the lateral hip. We're going to do a single leg deadlift, and we're not going to use any weight for this exercise. You can hold on to a stable surface if you like to, so that you can see it's my right leg that's going to be doing the work. A little bit of bend in the knee, a little bit of bend in the hip, and you're just going to try and lean forwards and go as far as you can. I can't go very far, I've got very tight hamstrings, so It will depend on how flexible you are, but you're going to lean forwards and then come back up. If you did want to progress, you could reduce your support, or you could add a weight when you go down, pick up the weight and then come back up. A quick interruption just to say I've recently put a shop together with lots of different exercise motivation and medical myth busting t-shirts and hoodies just like this one. So if that sounds like something you'd like to wear down the gym, on your run, or even just down the pub, you can find a link to the shop in the description below the video. I really hope you enjoy the rest of this one. We're going to go through a couple of bridge progressions now. So the first one is going to be bending both knees, and you want to really squeeze in your bottom muscles and your tummy muscles with this one. So you can have your hands anywhere you like, across your chest, down by the side, it doesn't matter. You're going to squeeze in, push up, hold for 5, and then slowly return back down. Really try and keep your bottom squeezed in all the way up and all the way down. If you did want to emphasize more glute contraction, let's say it's the right side that is the affected side, you could do a staggered bridge. So you could place your left foot slightly further away, bring your right foot slightly further towards you. This side, we're going to be getting more hamstring contraction. This side, we're going to be getting more glute contraction. So same thing, you're going to go up, really squeeze in your bottom, and then slowly down. Go up, squeeze, and then slowly back down. Now I did say at the beginning of the video, if you did stay tuned until the end, I would give you some pro tips to try and help improve your symptoms that bit quicker. Now in today's video, we have spent most of our time focusing on trying to get that area of the hip, your glute muscles, a little bit stronger. One thing they tend to not enjoy, particularly if your symptoms are quite irritable, is being either compressed or stretched. So for a short period of time as part of your treatment program, you may want to modify your activity slightly to avoid compression or stretching. Activities that are likely to mimic this are going to be sitting in a low chair, sitting with your legs crossed, or standing with a hitched hip. So that sort of position you may be in if you are balancing something, or maybe lifting a child on the outside of your hip. You may also find lying on that side uncomfortable because you are compressing the tissue. You may also find lying on the unaffected side uncomfortable because the affected leg is dropping just past the midline of the body and therefore putting a stretch on your glute tendons. You can negate this slightly by sleeping on the unaffected side with a pillow in between your legs. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope that was helpful for you. If it was, drop a comment below the video and let me know which exercise was your favorite from today's video. Please do like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out and it means you'll get notified every time I release new content. And there is a whole video on the channel dedicated to all of your treatment and management options available for lateral hip pain, not just exercise. You can find that video here. You may want to check that out. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.